The story opens with Seth having a bit of a dilemma. You see, he's dating a girl named Vanessa who happens to be a local minister's daughter. Well, there are rumors about the Blanchards that have been going on for generations, and he is petrified that his new love interest and her father are going to discover that he and his family are powerful witches. Now, everyone in town knows the Blanchards are wonderful, generous, kind people. No one for an instant believes they're evil or demonic, but they all believe they have powers. Well, Seth doesn't know how you're going to explain this to a minister, so he is terrified when they're coming to dinner. This is where the little romance love triangle comes in. Remember cousin Yasmin, who has grown up with the family but isn't technically a Blanchard? She's been in love with Seth her entire life. She's dating a guy named Jake herself, but she's not committing to him because she's optimistic that one day stupid Seth will figure out they are meant to be together. It must be the summer of love in Daimler County because Fable has a new romance as well. So as she and Seth and Yasmin navigate their affairs, something's brewing in the background. You see, Demetra, who is also, like Zelda, a psychic, works sometimes for the local police force, Chief Bennett in particular, her deceased husband's best friend. He calls Demetra in on cases he can't find any clues to and has no way to solve. There's a murderer in town, and several bodies have been found, and he cannot get any leads anywhere. So he calls in Demetra for help. Well, there is indeed a killer in town, and it's not exactly human. Moreover, there's a good chance it's one of the new loves that have come into the young Blanchards' lives. In a separate storyline, Salem, remember her? She lives in Atlanta with her husband and son. Well, she's disappeared, and Olympia is frantic to know why. You see, Salem has cast a spell and sent herself back in time, and Olympia has to find out why. As she goes back in time after her granddaughter, she discovers the tragedy Salem is desperate to undo. Salem's about to begin a journey of severe loss and deep grief, and for an unbreakable spirit like Salem, who's been through enough in her life, being vulnerable is not an easy thing to do. I'm not going to tell you anything else that happens because I don't want to spoil anything. And I haven't spoiled anything yet. What I've told you happens rather early on in the book. You see, I write fast-paced novels. I have a short attention span, and I write for readers who are the same. I do not sacrifice emotional connection, depth of story, or adventure, but I get to the point. And I get to it to keep you entertained. So join the Blanchards in the summer they will never forget, which is going to change all of their lives forever.